In the darkness beyond Neptune, past the known planets, past the familiar edges of our solar system, something was waiting. For 76 years, Pluto had been the ninth planet. Small, distant, mysterious, but still a planet. It was discovered in 1930 by a young astronomer named Clyde Tombaugh. At just 24 years old, he found a moving speck of light in the sky and changed astronomy forever. Pluto became part of our textbooks, part of our memory, part of our identity. 9 planets. It felt complete. But science does not care about feelings. And in the 1990s, astronomers began to notice something strange. Beyond Neptune, they were finding more objects, dozens of them. Icy worlds drifting in the Kuiper Belt, a distant ring of frozen debris left over from the birth of the solar system. Pluto was not alone. And then, in 2005, everything changed. A team led by astronomer Mike Brown at Caltech discovered a new object, far beyond Pluto's orbit. It was massive, bright, and possibly larger than Pluto. They named it Eris, after the Greek goddess of chaos and discord. The name would prove disturbingly accurate, because Eris created a problem. If Pluto was a planet, then Eris had to be one too. And if Eris was a planet, there could be dozens more waiting to be discovered. Was the solar system about to have 12 planets? 20? 50? Astronomy had reached a crisis. For decades, the word planet had no precise scientific definition. It was tradition, history, assumption. But now, forced by the discovery of Eris, astronomers had to decide, what is a planet? In 2006, hundreds of astronomers gathered in Prague for a meeting of the International Astronomical Union. Behind closed doors, debates grew heated. Some argued Pluto had earned its place. Others said size and dominance should matter. A proposal emerged. To be a planet, an object must orbit the sun, be round due to its own gravity, and most importantly, have cleared its orbit. Pluto failed the third rule. It shares its region with countless Kuiper Belt objects. Eris failed too. On August 24, 2006, a vote was held. Only about 424 astronomers were present for the final decision, out of thousands worldwide. And with that vote, Pluto was reclassified. No longer a planet, now a dwarf planet. In a single afternoon, the solar system changed. Textbooks became outdated overnight. Children wrote letters to NASA. Headlines declared, Pluto is dead. But Pluto hadn't changed. Its mountains were still there. Its frozen plains still stretched across its surface. Its thin atmosphere still formed when it approached the sun. The only thing that changed was our definition. And the war had only begun. Some astronomers rejected the decision. They argued the vote was flawed, that too few participated, that the definition was too narrow. Even today, many planetary scientists still consider Pluto a planet in everything but name. Mike Brown, the discoverer of Eris, later joked that he had killed Pluto. But even he admits the situation is more complicated, because Eris itself turned out to be slightly smaller than Pluto. The very object that triggered the demotion wasn't even larger after all. Yet the decision stood. Why? Because the real issue wasn't Pluto, it was control. Without a strict definition, the solar system would continue expanding. Every new discovery could demand planetary status. Astronomy needed boundaries, and Pluto became the sacrifice. But here is the irony. In 2015, NASA's New Horizons spacecraft flew past Pluto for the first time. What it revealed stunned the world. Towering ice mountains, vast nitrogen glaciers shaped like a heart, a surprisingly young surface, geologically active. Pluto wasn't a dead relic. It was alive, dynamic, complex, more fascinating than anyone expected. And suddenly, the question returned. Does this really look like a dwarf world, or did we underestimate it? Meanwhile, Eris continues its slow, distant orbit, nearly 3 times farther from the Sun than Pluto. Colder, darker, even more remote. 2 worlds forever linked. One triggered the debate, the other became the symbol of loss. But perhaps this was never a war between planets. It was a war between definitions, between tradition and precision, between emotion and science. Pluto taught us something uncomfortable. Science evolves. It does not stand still for nostalgia. It does not preserve titles for sentiment. It refines. It corrects, even when it hurts. And so today, our solar system officially has 8 planets. Pluto belongs to a new category, dwarf planet. But labels don't change reality. Out there, in the silent darkness of the Kuiper Belt, Pluto still orbits the Sun, unchanged, unaffected, unaware of our debates. Eris still drifts in the cold void beyond, the goddess of discord living up to her name. And the war she started, it never truly ended. Because the question still echoes through astronomy. What makes a planet a planet? And perhaps the most unsettling answer of all is this: the universe does not care what we call it.